Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your hockeypicks.com selections and previews for a Wednesday, February 3rd. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your hump day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, guys, light schedule on deck here today. Only two games. We've got Detroit, Tampa Bay, Boston, and Philly. That's going to be a great game. Now, the Red Wings going to this one, a huge underdog here, plus 275. Tampa Bay, minus 357. Man, that's a lot of chalk to lay right there. And looking at the computer forecast, Tampa Bay here, 3.28, 2.76. The over/under at 6.05. So it does like it to go over the total. And if you do like I can't recommend the Tampa Bay here at 357. But I think if you're going to play this game, I think the total is where you want to look at. Looking at the Red Wings on the season, 2-8 straight up. Tampa Bay only 7 games, 5-2. And our value index on Tampa Bay was minus 184. So you can see when you win a Stanley Cup, you get a big price tag bounty on your team, and that's why they're 357 right now. 179 was the total on the Red Wings. So you are getting value on the Detroit Red Wings. And hey, you never know, right? It's like football on any given Sunday and in hockey, but it's gonna be tough. Red Wings on a 6-game losing streak, and they have yet to win on the road this year. 0-4 on the road. 2-2 to the over/under, where Tampa Bay have not lost at home, and 3-1 to the over. In the Tampa Bay's last 10 head-to-head matches with the Detroit Red Wings, they are 9-1 straight up, 4-6. If this was 10 years ago, this would be a great matchup. You know, when you had Stevie Y and all those great players in Detroit, the Hasek, the Dominator. But you know what? This Tampa Bay team, they're for real, and they're doing it quietly. Like, they're not really like Montreal is just explosive. Tampa Bay, they just they play really good all-around hockey. And now Detroit on 2-game, they're 2 days rest. Now look at this. This is pretty interesting. Any NHL team so far this year that are on the road on 2 days rest, look at the over, 7-3. So that means no spaghetti legs. They're ready to go, and they're jumping on that puck. And 7-3. You're getting some value there on the over. I think the over is where you want to go here tonight. I'm going to take a look at some of the trends here on the Raymond Report. So here's something interesting for Detroit. So they're coming off 2 one-goal game losses. So let's take a look here. 3-2, 3-2 to the Panthers. So this is really interesting here. Let me see here. Any team in the NHL this year, or was that 2 one-goal game losses? Oh, to the under. Sorry, it was the under, not the over. All right, I was looking at this right here. So any road team this year coming off 2 one-goal game losses, they're on the road. NHL teams, 5-11 to the under. So that's interesting right there. So think about that. Teams are coming off 2 one-goal game losses, so tight games, playing more defensive, and maybe bringing that mindset into the next game. The only bad news is you're playing Tampa Bay, who's got one of the top offenses in the league. In fact, looking at their offense situation, let's go down here. So in the last 3 games, they're scoring 3 goals a game on the season, 3.43, and giving up 2, so very stingy. In fact, let's go to the Rain Report here, and let's take a look at the, let's go to the dashboard. And I like to look at the offensive the rankings, the defense and offensive rankings on the matchups. So let me check here. So Tampa Bay, actually be quicker this way. All right, here we go. Detroit ranked 30th in the league in goals for, only scoring 2 goals a game. And Tampa Bay 11th, so not even a top 10, but they're really dominant team. But here's why they're good. They play good defense. So the under might be worth a look here, guys. That 2 one-goal stat I showed you in Detroit might be worth a consideration. All right, let's go look at the other game. And we got, actually, you know what? Let's go back here. We'll go back to Boston, Philly. So Boston ranked, what a great win against Washington. I was 1 win away from a 16 parlay that night and a Stanley Cup at Hockey Picks. If Washington would have won, it would have been a great night. Just put it that way. Philly ranked 7th on offense, 3.5. But again, is it just me, or that's the history of the Flyers the last 10 years? Just defense, especially in the playoffs. Goaltending's been all right this year, but ranked 19th overall on defense. So you got to really step up here. And Claude Giroux, I'm waiting for him to really bounce out here. I thought he was going to have a really good season. He's been pretty quiet. I'll have to check his stats, but I was expecting more from Giroux. All right, look at this. Boston, 141, road favorite. Over-under set at 5.5. ATS forecast, calling for the Bees to win here, 3.17, 2.4. Over-under at 5.57, so it does like it to go a hair over the total. Philly 7-3 on the season. Actually, let me see here. That's last 10. 7-3 on the season. 6-3 for Boston. So two teams are pretty identical. Boston 2-3 on the road. Where Philly 5-1 at home. But who they played at home here? Islanders. They played the Buffalo, Pittsburgh. So you know what? Pretty respectable teams right there. And teams, NHL home teams on 2 days rest. 10-5 straight up. 10-5 to the over. 7-3. 70% of the Flyer games have gone over the total. Maybe I'm looking at totals tonight. You know, anytime you get these two isolated game nights, you know, 1 game or 2 games, 3 games, it's so pinpoint, right? Everybody's on it. It's the microscope is like on those 2 teams, and it's just tough to and it's just nothing changes in the strategies of the teams, or but it's just everybody is just you overanalyze it. I find we overanalyze it, and sometimes when you keep it simple, things normally with your gut reaction and your self scouting. And if you've been following my channel, guys, and the Raymond Report, the Raymond Report is based on 3 key fundamentals of handicapping. Number 1, there has to be value in what you're buying. Number 2, the percentage play has to be in your favor. Teams can't win, team can't lose forever. And number 3, you got to follow performance cycles of teams, right? Teams win and lose in cycles, and you really got to follow those cycles so you don't get caught in a bad cycle, and you say, hey, how come I didn't know that? They're on a 5-game losing streak. Speaking of streaks, look at this. Philly on a 4-game win streak. We all know the golden rule. If you're my golden rule of this of betting on streaks, if you like a team like Philadelphia on a 4-game win streak, I won't bet against Philly because they're on a 4-game win streak. It's like trying to catch a falling knife when they're going to lose that next game. Now, you either on 3 games, you can talk me in and out of a streak. On 4 games, I'm riding it. So I'm on Philly here tonight. I think you're getting good value, plus 120. And you know what? There's something about that, being down 3-0 against Washington that game. Teams, don't you remember when Boston started the year? They struggled putting goals on 5-on-5, right? So Washington doesn't play any defense, as we know that. A lot of their games go over, especially I think at home it's like 5-1 to the over, something like that. Something crazy, anyways. I think Philly here, but Philly, they're just a bit like Washington. They got to play a better defense. But you know what? I think Philly, if you're going to play this game here tonight, guys, I think Philly is the play. Plus 120. You're getting value. Actually, let's look at the value. 161 on the Flyers, and you're getting plus 120. The chance of winning, however, 33% for Boston, 15 for the Philadelphia. That's because they're on a 4-game win streak. That's why their percentage play is low. And the more teams win, the lower the percentage play keeps going, right? It's just, again, you can't win and you can't lose forever. Let's see if the line movement persuades us other direction here. 5.5, hey, even Steven right here, 110. And the line opened up at 135, and it's on Boston. So early indicators point towards Boston. And all right, let's go make my picks here at hockeypicks.com. Now, guys, this site has been going on forever. I call it the Twitter of hockey. And what you can do here at hockeypicks.com, you can follow other hockey pickers. In fact, let's go take a look. We have a new top scorer. Canuck down under. Look at this, Rory Bashnik. Canuck down under. I checked his record this morning. Look at this. In his percentage confidence level of 55 to 62%, he's hitting 79%, 18-5. So if you follow Canuck down under, I wonder if he's in Australia, Canuck down in Australia or something. Canuck down under. Let's go look. I'm going to follow. Let's see if he's got, no, can't be persuaded. Let's make my picks first and then we'll see. All right, Tampa Bay, big. And I'm going Philly. I think Philly, like him, don't love him, 58%. Think, kick, I always get mixed up with my own motto here. Think, pick, kick, save, click, and hockeypicks.com. So let's see the early voting. The early voting is in. 44% to 1 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who's that one guy? Who's that one Detroit? Has to be a hardcore Red Wing fan. 69%. Wow. Confidence level is high. And look at this. This is what you want. The game of the night, 24 votes on Boston, 20 on the Flyers. The confidence level is 50-50. Man, the bookmakers are going to make this. The bookmakers will make money tonight on this game because, 50%, they make their 10% vig, so they're going to do all right. Top pickers, we got a guy now on a 3-game. Look at this guy, Kohler, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dave, he's won 3 Stanley Cups, and the way you collect cups here is you got to go 4-0 or better. And we had a lot of people actually last night. Let's look at the honor roll. 8, 1, 2. Wow, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people went 8-0. Now, if those 6 people put that on a parlay, they collected nicely. In fact, let me see. I don't think there was a big underdog that won last night. Let me see here. Montreal, Dallas favorite, Arizona lost, so St. Louis won. Carolina, yeah. So there was no Winnipeg plus 100. Colorado, poor Ottawa. Edmonton and Anaheim plus 105. So not big underdogs won though. So you know what? It wins a win, right? If you collect. But anytime you go 8-0 and you put in like say a plus 175, man, and a plus 200 on a couple of those tickets, they're gonna cash in nicely. All right, let's look at the guys I'm following. See what they like. Tampa Bay. Where's my guy Eddie there? He's like Boston. You know what? It's funny. We're always on some of these games. We're on a different path. So Dennis Tyler. Dennis has been really solid this year. Philadelphia. And so that's and this is how you want to judge. And if you want to follow other good hockey pickers, you just go and look at the top scorers, and you just look at them and then say follow my picks. Just like on Twitter, you're following other guys' picks, and then you go to following and see who they got. And also another good feature there on the view picks. If you got a comment you want to debate it. Just click on debate, put in your comment, and just say, hey, I love their wings tonight, blah, blah, blah. And then start an interaction. People will start talking. And, so there you have it. Let's see what the daily record did yesterday. Win. Look at that. So each day we keep track of the top confidence level picks, and we call it the gold, silver, and bronze pick. And last night, the gold, silver, and bronze went Edmonton, St. Louis, and Winnipeg. So, if you're looking for a solid, these 3 picks normally, either 2-1 or very rare you'll see an 0-3 night or 1-2. It's either 2-1 or 2-3-0, and it's done very well. In fact, let's look at January. Maybe make me look like a liar now, or probably. See 2-1, 2-1, 1-1, 3-0, 2-2, 1-1. Okay, so 2-1 here, 2-1, 1-2, 2-1. So you can see, right? It's pretty solid. So you go to sign up. Look at daily record. Normally this will come out at 6 o'clock because we want to get all the votes in, and then we'll give you a consensus. All right, guys, there you have it. Put in your picks today at hockeypicks.com. Think, pick, kick, save, hockeypicks.com. Cheers.